Hi guys, just thought I'd do a quick video of my my aquarium I've just finished building. As you can see, got a couple of Oscars. I've had them for about 5 months now, and they're getting a bit bigger. Must be a good sort of 6 inches there. And I've got some I've got 5 red-finned tinfoil barbs. These guys are great. Give the tank a load of activity, movement. And down here I've got a black shark. He's about 6-7 inches in his little cave, and below that I've got a large pleco. There comes the shark. And then in here we've got 2 upside down catfish. She's about 7-8 inches, and there's another one in there, and he's a little bit smaller. And they're a pair, and there we go, we've got a Jack Dempsey as well. All of these I've had since they were babies, apart from the upside down catfish. Tank has been a bit of a labour of love. I've got 2 300 watt heaters in there, and they're on a temperature controller, which I'll show you where that is. It's actually on the outside of this building, so I can see what temperature it's running at from up at the house, because this is an outbuilding. And I've got that set 1 degree difference, so when it gets down to 25 degrees it'll kick back in and pump up the heat to 26 degrees, and then it'll drop back down again. There's this cold building, it can range from anywhere from 3 or 4 hours till it needs reheating, so 1 degree every 3 or 4 hours. It's not that expensive to run, considering it's in an unheated building. All I've got in here is a dehumidifier, no actual heating whatsoever. The stand, me and my dad made, absolute nightmare to build. Take this off and show you. I've got my record collection under there, and obviously space for fish food. And underneath this one, this is the structural one. Obviously we're talking about a lot of weight in this tank, probably about 3/4 of a ton. It's a 100-gallon tank. It's 5 foot 4 wide, and it's 2.5 foot tall, but water level is about 2 foot, and it's 18 inches front to back. The stand was made out of standard stud work. Down here I've got a Whisper 1000, old classic air pump, and that just runs the bubble in the middle there. That's the only thing that's running. Obviously it's got a adjustable flow on it, and just got some magnets on here to hold the front on, which is just made out of MDF, and then I wallpapered it to match the wallpaper on the pelmet above it. And then this side here, just tea making and popcorn machine and stuff like that. Structurally it was always going to be a problem, weren't too sure how we were going to do it, but obviously with enough centre braces there, and cross braces as well, front and back, and then we've got solid sides on it as well, this side and that side. So this just goes back up like that, and then it just clicks into place like that, and then this one goes on afterwards like that. But it gives a nice finish. And as I said before, this is in a cold building. I've got some 50mm insulation run up the sides, both sides, and at the back, and under the lid just got a standard 4-foot tube, and a blanket on the top as well to sort of save as much heat as possible. And I thought I'd just do a quick video of me feeding these guys, because it's always entertaining to watch. Oscars will just eat all day long, so you've got to be a bit cruel to be kind. At the moment I'm only feeding these guys once a day. They were getting fed more regularly, 2-3 times a day when they were juveniles, but as they're getting a bit bigger now, as you can see, they're getting larger. Whether they're going to stay paired, I don't know. They do have their moments, but you know, on the whole they seem to get on okay. As they're getting older though, that might change, so that could be something I might have to consider in the future. Might have to either take one back to the shop, or perhaps take them both back and start again with 2 more juveniles and see if they pair off, maybe get 3 or 4 and see how they grow. But on a whole they'll seem to get on okay really. The black shark doesn't like pretty much anything in the tank, he's very territorial, and the plec, which is down here, she basically rules the tank, nothing gets in her way. Just got a couple of ornaments in here. Just got like a barrel for the Jack Dempsey to hide away in if he wants to, and the large boat in the middle. This is a place for the catfish, and you know, shipwrecks. Nice sort of addition to the tank really. So yeah, I'm going to try and feed these guys. They're not quite up to being fed by hand. I mean, they will take it out of your hand, but they're pretty snatchy, so I won't do that today. But they do jump as well, so I've got to be a bit careful. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh, there you go. Straight out my hand. I try to give them one each at a time, so they get equally fed. Hopefully reduce aggression as well if one's less hungry than the other. I like to feed these guys first because they just take every other bit of food that's dropped in there before anyone else, other fish get a chance. These guys are very excitable. I love it the way the Jack Dempsey waits underneath the Oscars for them to spit out any food. So there's never much left over. Whee! I've got that one. There we go. Probably a bit unsure about the camera. Obviously, it's the first time I've videoed them being fed. I'm actually using Hikari Cichlid Gold food at the moment. Started them out on the baby pellets, then went to medium, and now they're on the large. They'll probably take 4 or 5 of these each, and then a little bit more maybe of other stuff that I'll put in there in a little while, which I'm going to do.